Hey you guys, so there was a great experience I just had in January of 2023 on a trip to Japan. I know that friends are going to either ask me about it or that I'm going to want to recommend this place over and over again, but there's a couple of details, so I figured I'd just make a quick video and let a couple of other people know also. Now, it's a bit of a spoiler alert situation, but if someone in your party doesn't know about it, then no one's going to be able to go. So I recommend doing what I did and being the one who knows and springing on everyone else as a surprise. The place is called JANAI Coffee, and it's in the Ebisu area, which is near Shibuya. Ebisu is a train station stop on the JR line away, on the JR Yamanote line. Easy to get to, and it's an easy walk from the station. When you walk up to this place, JANAI Coffee, it's very unassuming. In January, there was even construction around it, and all there was a little stanchion, a little standee on the sidewalk that said JANAI Coffee. It's actually an underground dwelling, so you go downstairs 2 levels. If you're lucky, there's no one else down there, because that's part of the fun of the reveal. And it's set up like a coffee shop. You go down there. They have a menu where you could order coffee, presumably, if you were not hip to the fact that this was something beyond a coffee shop. If you ask them for where the speakeasy is or where the bar is, then you're going to be kind of out of luck, because they don't just open the door for you based on your knowing that it's more than just a coffee shop. You actually have to have gone to their website and go through this motion. You go to their website and, particularly on your phone, where, it's tracking your motions, you do this clockwise circle. It might take a couple of tries, it's a little bit sensitive. And it transforms the website from having a white background with a mug of coffee in the center to having this navy blue sultry background with a martini glass in the middle. And you show this to the woman behind the counter of the coffee shop. She points to the side wall of coffee supplies and says that you can go in. It opens into a bar. It's a really nice environment to be in. However, you need, actually, even though it's a secret, and even though you've just revealed the secret and that you know theoretically how to get in, you also need to have made reservations to secure your spot, unless, they are not busy at the time. They may say, okay, well, you can have the table for the next, 90 minutes or 30 minutes or 60 minutes, because we don't have reservations up to that point. But if you really want to plan ahead, then I would suggest you make reservations, which of course makes it a little more difficult in the logistical stages to then say, hey friends, I really want to go to this coffee shop right now because it's got awesome coffee, but especially because it's a little bit out of the way and doesn't look like much. And they don't open until 6 o'clock. So you're like, okay, well, why are we drinking coffee at 6 at night? And it's going to keep us up. So trying to set the whole thing up is a little tricky, but if you can manage it, it worked for me with my guests, and they had no idea what I was talking about, why we're going to get coffee. Now, what I would recommend, in case you don't get cell service down there, is to do a screenshot of the martini glass version of the webpage for your phone and just save it in your phone in advance, so that you're not going to have connectivity issues or any kind of Wi-Fi issues. Anyway, you're inside. Presumably you made a reservation where they had space, and the menu sort of outlines the concept for people who enjoy puzzles and riddles and escape rooms or concealed things and such like that. And I don't know that they would even necessarily appreciate that I posted this video, but then again, they've got to get customers somehow, so somebody's got to know. It's a small place though, and Tokyo's a big city, so you'd imagine eventually word would get around to at least a room full of people per night. But anyway, they've got wonderful drinks there. They've got a lot of coffee-infused drinks. I tried one of those, but personally, I preferred the lesser innovative, more cocktaily drinks that did not have coffee in them. And then, it also describes in the beginning of the menu, which I read through Google Translate, pointing my phone at it, that there is a secret menu. And of course, once I was inside, I was fascinated. So I looked all around and I was like, okay, where how do I find the secret menu item or items? I was able to find one of them, and I don't know if there are more. But if you flip over the coasters, they have a QR code on the back. If you zap it with your phone, you notice they have this ice cream topped cocktail, which I actually tried afterward because of enthusiasm for the secret nature of the menu item, and it was good. I really liked it as much or more as I did the other item that I got that day. So anyway, great time. There are other secret bars in Tokyo, but none of them sort of have the ability to sort of blow away your guests in the same way, where they had literally no idea when they were going into it. Like, there's other places where you sort of walk up to it and something's up because there's nothing else going on there. There's no people or whatever. But this actually has a staffed person at the entrance, and it looks like a legit coffee house. There are probably some people in the neighborhood who just go there for coffee. Who knows? And to also perpetuate the illusion, on the way out, the person who's standing there actually does leave you with a cup of coffee, so you can walk out of the venue with a cup of coffee in hand, whether you needed it or not at that time of night, just so that anyone who sees you coming out of the space sees that you have a cup of coffee in there, and it preserves some of the illusion. Anyway, this was one of the most fun times we had in Tokyo. We were just laughing, and the overall spirit of the place was wonderful because of the setup. So hopefully you enjoyed it as much as we did. JANAI Coffee, Ibisu. Take care.